stutter and mumble when you start speaking in English? Are you translating from your native language as you speak? Do you often forget basic words? Does your pace slow down when you speak English? If you answered yes to any of the above questions, then stick around. We're going to give you 5 tips to train your brain to think in English so you can improve your fluency. There are many reasons why you need to think in English. For one, when taking an exam, you need to be able to process information quickly. By learning how to think in English, you won't need to translate back and forth with your mother tongue and English in your head. If you're starting a new job in English, you'll need to communicate fluidly. Avoiding translation is key to doing this successfully. Some languages have very different grammar structures. If you just substitute English words in your native language, anything you say or write is likely to be full of grammatical errors. In addition to that, translating in your head back and forth takes time. You'll make fewer grammatical errors if you've trained your brain to think in English. Tip 1, talk to yourself. I know it might sound crazy, but it works. One of the most important ways to start thinking in English is talking to yourself in English. Let's admit it, we all do this in our native tongue. So let's start doing it in English too. Here are some ways to start talking in English today. Name things around the house as you go about your daily routine. Practice the English names for things throughout your day, like when you go out for a walk or do the household chores. Take 2 to 5 minutes a day to hold a simple conversation with yourself. Make it about something going on in real life, like an important social event, plans for the weekend, or an upcoming test or project. Ask yourself questions and respond. When you're following steps to do something like making a new dish or bathing your dog, say every step out loud, like I'm now turning on the faucet, I'm now scrubbing my dog. Repeat your to-do list for the day, or repeat your shopping list out loud as you write it down. Then, when you're out shopping or doing an activity, describe it to yourself. As you go about talking to yourself, take note of any words or phrases that you struggle with or don't know. Look them up later when you're studying English. Tip 2. Switch your video content to English. Time to take the plunge. If you want to start thinking in another language, you have to start consuming media in that language. We're talking about watching TV, watching movies and other video content, listening to music, listening to podcasts, news programs, the radio, and so on. You'll start to think more in English by watching movies or television shows on Netflix or PureFlix or other streaming services. Most have an enormous library of content with English subtitles that are great for practicing. At first, it's useful to keep the English subtitles on to catch new words and phrases. But don't use subtitles in your native language. Eventually, when you become more fluent and confident, try turning off the subtitles. See if you're still able to understand the content you're watching or listening to. Don't forget to have a notebook or write down new vocabulary. Another way to think in English is to sing along with the lyrics of your favorite song and have the lyrics in front of you. This will help you learn new words and improve your pronunciation. Similar to tongue twisters, singing a song strengthens the muscles you use to speak any language. Listening to music also helps with intonation and inflection. The great part about listening to music is that you'll naturally start thinking in English because you'll get your favorite track stuck in your head. Listening to podcasts or news programs also helps you start thinking about subjects that interest you in English. As you listen to your favorite content in English, start to think about the vocabulary, expressions, and subject matter. This prepares your brain for having a conversation in English on that topic. Tip 3. Interact and practice. Arguably, one of the best ways to start thinking in English is by practicing with real people talking back and forth. The best way is through an immersive experience in an English-speaking country. Seek out an exchange partner, go to clubs and sports games, meet new people and socialize, or consider living with a host family or roommates. Regardless, you'll find yourself automatically having to think in English the more you practice speaking with people. What to do if you can't go to an English-speaking country? If you're not living in an English-speaking country, that's okay. You can find outlets to practice your speaking skills wherever you are. For example, pursue hobbies or enroll in professional classes about topics you like in English. In some countries, you might find a sports team where English is spoken, or a workout class held by an English-speaking instructor. You can participate in public speaking workshops in English, or take classes with a native English tutor online, like at Helppo. If you're living in Hong Kong or another global city, consider going to areas where English is more widely spoken. You can go to restaurants and order food in English, or go to an English bookstore and ask for a book recommendation. The point is, just take advantage of any opportunity available to practice. Tip 4. Use a thesaurus or English dictionary. Another important way to think in English is by using a thesaurus to look up new vocabulary. You might be tempted to resort to a translation dictionary when you encounter difficult vocabulary. However, when students build their skills with a thesaurus, they can learn more words faster. Studies show that vocabulary acquisition is one of the most important stepping stones to achieving language fluency. A thesaurus, which provides synonyms and may provide context sentences, is a great ally in honing your English language skills. It will also help you break the habit of translating in your head. Some languages have very different grammar structures. If you just substitute English words into your native language, anything you say or write is likely to be full of grammatical errors. In addition to that, translating in your head back and forth takes time. This is why using a thesaurus or an English dictionary is far better than translating websites or apps. Tip 5. Read 20 minutes a day. Make a commitment to spending at least 20 minutes a day reading in English. This might include books, articles, and magazines, course content, online games, and social media. Any of the above options offer the opportunity to think in English. The best resource to use is whatever written content you like best. If you're an avid reader, pick a short novel or short stories. If you follow the news and enjoy documentaries, read articles and magazines. If you're studying or would like to learn a new skill, pick courses in English. If you're a gamer, then switch your favorite game's language to English. If you're a social media addict, change the language settings and hit like on popular pages like National Geographic, depending on your interests. Try to pick at least 2 options and spend at least 10 minutes reading each one every day. If you follow these 5 sample tips, you'll train your brain and start thinking in English. Remember, switch your video content to English. Talk to yourself. Interact and practice. Use a thesaurus or English dictionary. And read 20 minutes a day. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Also, share with your friends and hit that notification bell to be notified about our latest content. Do you have any other tips to help others start thinking in English? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.